Hey guys, Chmelaeon.com here. Today we're going to be doing a history and an overview for the zip drive. That's right, a blast from the past, and in some circles actually is superior in some qualities to modern day hard drives. We're going to get into that in a second. But before I go any further, there's going to be an Amazon link and eBay links in the description below to help you guys pick up your zip drive if you're looking for one. And before I delve into this, be sure to check out Chmelaeon.com because we have a ton of computer gear. Everything from gaming mouses to computers for your bikes that tell you how fast you're going. We have headphones, tools for your computer, laptop bags, cables, just a ton of different computer stuff. So be sure to check us out today, guys, if you haven't seen our line of computer gear. Now, with that said, let's get straight into the zip drive, which is what you came here for. And I'm going to do the history. I'm also going to tell you about the company Iomega that actually created the zip drive back in 1994. And where and what happened to Iomega to the present day. So, let's get that started. Actually, one thing before I delve into that. I want to show you an important fact about the zip drive. So, floppy disk, which basically what a zip drive is, an increased, a glorified form of it. It's a better floppy disk. It actually can last longer than CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, cartridges like Nintendo cartridges, I don't know, Game Gear cartridges, NES cartridges, and then magnetic data, which I believe is a hard drive, according to this chart. And this is from storagecraft.com. I want to make sure magnetic is I think the magnetic tape is the hard drive, right? Anyway, you get the idea. It lasts longer than most stuff. So, with that said, oh wait, the magnetic tape is the about 10 to 20 years. Anywho, they last longer than traditional media. I'm not remaking this. I'm going to keep going. So, the history of the zip drive, here we go. This is where this starts, guys. So, the zip drive, right here, is a removable floppy disk storage system that was introduced by Iomega in late 1994. Considered medium to high capacity at the time of its release, zip disks were originally launched with capacities of 100 megabytes, then 250, and then 750, so almost a gig. The format became the most popular of the super floppy products, which filled the niche market in the late 1990s. In the late 1990s portable storage market. However, it was never popular enough to replace 3.5-inch floppy disks, considering this was actually superior. But the final versions of the disk reached 750 megabytes. The capacity available on rewritable CDs, which was far surpassed later by rewritable DVDs, USB flash drives, and ultimately proved to be the most popular rewritable storage medium, meaning USB flash drives, among the general public due to their near ubiquity of USB ports on personal computers, and soon after became far greater storage sizes offered. My bad. Zip drives fell out of favor for mass portable storage during the early 2000s. The Zip brand later covered internal and external CD writers known as Zip 650 or Zip CD, which have no relation to the zip drive. Pretty interesting stuff. So, I'm going to read off more of this, guys, but just to show you a physical zip drive, this is what it looks like. Plastic's a little bit dirty, but that's fine. Pretty well done. You can see that it's got a old school data port. It doesn't just go straight to USB. That's where it reads. It's like a big, thick floppy disk. Pop it in, makes a light right here. All right. So, overview. The zip drive is a super floppy disk drive that has all the 3-point-inch floppy drive convenience, but with much greater capacity options and with performance that is much improved over a standard floppy drive. However, zip disk housings are much thicker than those of floppy disks. In the zip drive, the heads fly in a manner similar to a hard disk drive. A linear actuator uses the voice coil actuation technology related to modern hard disk drives. The zip disk uses smaller media, about 9 centimeters, about the size of a 9 centimeter microfloppy, but more ruggedized. Rather than compact, disc-sized Bernoulli media, and simplified drive design that reduced its overall cost. Okay, the original zip drive has a maximum data transfer rate of about 1.4 megabyte a second compared to times 8 CDR, although some connection methods are slower down to approximately 50 kilobytes a second for maximum compatibility, parallel nibble mode, and a seek time of 28 milliseconds on average. So they're ranging anywhere from 1.4 megabytes to 50 kilobytes. It's quite a range. Compared to the standard 1.44 megabyte floppy, effective 16 kilobytes a second. Okay. Typical hard drive disk. Let me zoom in this for you guys so you can actually see. I'm reading off the actual thing here. So not to go too nerded out with this, but what happened, I just want to cut to the chase on this. You guys can pause this if needed if you want to look at this wiki page. So like the 750s had FireWire, the Zip 100. These are different zip drives. Driver supports, compatibility. But there was one thing in here which I thought was interesting. I just want to cut to the chase on it. So everyone knows, hard drives and USB things basically killed it, but this is what I wanted to highlight. In terms of long-term storage stability and high erase and write cycles, still affords them a niche in the data storage arena, which is why we're going to have links in the description below for zip drives if you're looking for one. And they also had Zip CD, which was an internal and external recordable CD drives. So I guess it was a drive with a CD on it. That's funny. Like it was just one CD in a drive. That's funny. So what happened to Iomega, right? What was Iomega? What happened to him? Let me get rid of these 2 pages. Zip drive. I thought I had Iomega popped up. Give me a second, guys. Iomega. Okay. Oh no, I did. My bad. This is the Iomega page. So, Lenovo EMC, they were bought out by Lenovo, or like it's a joint venture now. But what happened was, Iomega was founded in the early 1980s in Roy, Utah. They sold 410 million digital storage drives. That's impressive. They had a facility in... Lenovo announced the construction of a research and development facility near São Paulo, Brazil in November 2013. The facility is dedicated to enterprise software and supporting Lenovo's EMC development of high-end servers and cloud storage. Construction will cost $100 million, 100 employed, 60 miles from São Paulo. So they're going to be doing stuff in Brazil, apparently, with Iomega. Lenovo is. Because this is basically a research play, because they literally developed this format, which is the zip drive. Pretty cool stuff. More revenue from its... Yeah, let me read off the history. Iomega started businesses in Roy, Utah in 1980. The firm moved its headquarters to San Diego in 2001. For many years, the firm was a significant name in the data storage industry. Iomega's most famous product, the zip drive... was revolutionary as it offered relatively large amounts of storage on easily portable compact cartridges. The original zip drive's 100 megabyte capacity was a huge improvement over the 1.44 limitation of floppy disks. Pretty impressive. What is that, a 10,000 time increase? The zip drive became common internal and external peripheral for the IBM compatible computers and Macs. However, zip disk cartridges sometimes failed after a short period, commonly referred to as the click of death. This problem, combined with competition from CDRW drives, caused zip drive sales to decline dramatically. Despite later efforts to introduce larger 250 and 750 models, Iomega eventually launched CDRW drives. Without revenue from its proprietary storage cartridges, iZip, Iomega's sales and profits declined considerably. Iomega's stock price was over $100 in the 90s, dipped to around $2. Oh my god. Trying to find a niche for itself, Iomega released devices as the Hip Zip MP3, photo show. Da-da-da. You guys don't have to work. You don't have to read all this whole thing, but pretty interesting history for the company for sure. And then here's some stuff they did, like it's like their history of whatever. 2000, they were doing MP3 stuff. Zip drive. Introduced desktop RAID storage. These people developed RAID, I guess. That's pretty impressive. In 2006. What else we got here? What else do these people do? Pretty impressive company for research and development. They've done some pretty cool stuff, even though zip drive didn't make it. Introduced skin hard drive by Iomega. Pretty neat stuff. Anyway, that's my little history of the zip drive. Amazon link and eBay links in the description below for your zip drive today. On that note, Chmelaeon.com is out, and be sure to check out Chmelaeon.com for a full line of computer products, everything from MP3 players to bike computers, parts like this, mouses, headphones. Check us out today. On that note, Chmelaeon.com is out. Be sure to subscribe, comment, hate mail, whatever you want to do. On that note, Chmelaeon.com is out. Peace.